Hello everyone and welcome to the unboxing of the Lure of the Dark Side Force Pack, courtesy of Team Covenant, which is, I guess today, Zach, Tim, and myself. So, welcome to all of us.
Yay! Hey, more Star Wars cards. Less than a month away.
More Star Wars cords. Cords.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
More Star Wars cords.
I'm so excited.
All
It's
right.
crazy.
Little kid on Christmas.
We do have more Star Wars cards. It's kind of weird. They seem to be flooding in all of a sudden, but I guess it's just monthly.
I'm not used to this.
So-
It's like I'm used to having complete control over what I'm thinking.
It works. Lure of the Dark Side, let's kick it off with the Sith objective, Agent of the Emperor. 1 resource, 5 health, so standard. It's a Shelkanwa.
Good work.
Thank you. Shelkanwa traded there.
Classic show.
While it is undamaged, it gains reaction. After you commit a Sith unit to the Force, place 1 focus token on a target enemy unit.
It's good.
This
very
card
strong card.
is very strong.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
You just say it's good. It's not just good. This
Nah,
is-
okay,
it's
so
a strong
think about
card.
this. All right, so if you start with the objective, it doesn't do anything on the first turn because they don't have any units out to put a focus on.
Unless they attack pattern delta.
Okay, and then you put a focus on it, and then they unfocus. So it doesn't do anything on the first turn. Then they have their turn too. So they have a turn where they see this and have a chance to damage it. And if it's a good light side deck, they damage it. Unless something just goes horribly wrong. So you have to protect it. Its best use, in my opinion, is as a distraction. So you put this out, and you also have Council of the Sith out. Normally, that's when you get 2 or 3 damage on Council so that you can tee it up and destroy it next turn. That's not the case anymore because you kind of feel like you have to get rid of this. And if you go after Council, this is still up and running. Those are my thoughts.
Zach's making good points here.
No, I agree with that, but I still think that
It's still really good.
it's good. Like, it's a good card.
I think does it deserve the undamaged text? Can we not just
Yes.
have it on all the time?
No, it deserves it.
It's pretty wild.
Let's think about it. So Echoes of the Force, right? Isn't that the thing where you can commit mid-battle with the Fate card?
Yeah.
So this procs off that, right?
It does, which is really
So that's
good.
very good.
This is a strong card.
Case match point. So if I
In case match
that-
done, sold, out of here.
Next.
that first battle that you're talking about, your guys come in and they're gonna damage this and be all
Echoes of the Force,
fancy.
come in,
Echoes of the
dude.
Force.
Yep.
They're out of here. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
If it wasn't undamaged, imagine flipping 2 of these things.
Oh.
It'd be wild.
Ugh.
I'd be scared.
Yeah,
All right,
so
so-
it's a good objective.
Well, let's see who's in here. We have a 4-cost bomb, Mara Jade, unique, 3 Force icons, 3 health. All right, so she's good right now.
She's
so
durable.
These are good.
Far. She's got a black unit and black objective damage, and then a black unit and white unit and white objective damage. I almost said black unit and black objective damage. That's edge enabled. It's like, well, that's confusing, isn't it?
That's actually white.
It's actually known as white. She's a character and a Force user. Already she's doing well. She's doing really well. But she gains targeted strike, shielding, and elite while committed to the Force.
I don't think she's worth it.
Yeah. Man, talk about a Mara that can bring the pain.
Yeah, the other Mary Jade's really good, actually. But the
Not
rest of the
this
objective
good.
is not good in 1v1. So,
And I don't think the other Mary Jade is this good.
That's
Yeah,
great.
that was
I
good.
like
The
this.
other one's good. I think this one's better. Targeted strike.
okay, so
is
yeah,
just
target
ridiculous.
strike, shielding, elite, all these are very good things. We haven't really seen that on a single card before. The caveat is she has to be committed, so you can uncommit her.
Yeah, you can echoes her. This is good. This is a great Mara. Great.
I
great.
love this. And most
Straightforward,
importantly,
it's easy.
this is targeted strike out of Sith, which before you kind of rely on Vader and his lightsaber, which is not the most common thing.
Yeah.
But Sith getting targeted strike, I think this slots, depending on the rest of the objective, this slots so well into the old Matt Cole's Nationals deck, replacing TIE Attack Squadron, so that you don't have to run TIE Attack Squadron's Mahdi, and then it got weird on the resources. But out of Sith, having targeted strike is a really big deal.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with everything this man is selling.
Yep.
I'd buy it all.
I would buy his sandwich.
Imperial Shadow Guard, 2 cost, 1 Force icon, 2 health. It has 2 unit damage. 1 is black and 1 is white. It is a character and it's Force sensitive, which is cool. I like that a lot.
It's important.
And it has protect unit that is committed to the Force. That's nice.
This is so good. So this is a Stormtrooper who is also Force sensitive and gets protect on anything that's committed.
Correct.
That's fantastic.
Did the Sith need this?
Yes.
Needs a kind of a fancy word there, isn't it?
I mean, what's really interesting about it for me is because it's protect committed thing, Committed units. I kind of want to run it not with Sith. I mean, you obviously have to be running some Sith to get this, but it can protect vehicles. It can protect droids. It can protect anything. So it's super, super versatile. I'll say that much.
Nice. Very good art, too.
This is a great character. The idea of having 2 of these and 2 Emperor's Royal Guards in the same deck is horrible.
Unless your opponent's playing the multi-crew.
Oh, from our preview. Indeed. Go watch it if you haven't.
What is not posted yet? What then?
It will be. Mara Jade's Lightsaber. Unique. 1 cost. 2 Force icons. Weapon. Enhance a Force user or Force-sensitive unit. So you can enhance both the Imperial Guard and the Mara Jade.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
nice.
the same with Vader's lightsaber, by the way.
Yeah.
Which is why that Force sensitive is important.
That's very cool. It gains a unit damage, black, which is nice. And if it's Mara Jade, she's considered committed to the Force.
Seems good.
It's not bad.
That's nice.
It saves you one of those little commitment cards.
It's nice. Saves you a couple of focus here and there.
It allows you to still commit something, which triggers the objective. You can have 4 things committed, which is important because things like Force Storm do 2 damage to everything not committed to the Force. So any way you can commit stuff without it being committed is really cool.
Now, you still strike twice this way, correct? You still have to focus twice whenever you... Not
Yeah, you're for all intents and purposes,
yeah.
you're committed. And obviously it's really nice if you can play it on Mira, you can have targeted strike that turn with 3 unit damage. Like,
True.
It's good.
Double true. Awesome. Well done, Mara Jade. We got a Sith library. Hey, welcome.
Resources are good.
And then we got a 2 cost, a 1 Force icon, Rage, Force, Control, Event. Play only if the balance of the Force is with the dark side. Remove up to 2 focus tokens from a target unit that is committed to the Force.
That's good stuff right there. Let me just throw a situation by you really quick.
Just throw it, Zach.
Just throw it out there.
Throw it out.
Throw it down.
Imagine you might have an Emperor Palpatine in play.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to attack Palpatine. It's cool. And then all of a sudden you strike, put 3 focus down, and then you're like, hey, I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to strike again. That's now 4 objective damage. And I'm going to tell you what happens when you do 4 objective damage, you blow an objective up.
And, what, 6 focus total?
6 focus. And if you blow an objective up with Palpatine on the board, you get that guy right back.
No way.
And then you can do it again.
That's absurd.
It is absurd. It could be really crazy. Focus for days.
Palpatine
That's
could
an
go
amazing
nuts.
event. Yeah, especially if you are running Palpatine, that costs 1.
You could also use this with Mara, with her lightsaber, and
Or
get
Vader,
targeted strike for
target
days.
strike or anything.
Or tie attacks. No.
This is kind of scary, actually.
Yeah, tie
Yes,
attacks.
as long as it's committed. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
That's
real good.
real good.
It's really good.
You guys.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Sith objective done.
That objective set is awesome.
A+.
A-.
Awesome. So
Just kidding.
I want to talk about this objective set for a second. Let me stand on the soapbox.
He's gonna rant.
I'm not ranting.
Zach rants.
Ever since this was previewed a while back, and I love this objective set. I think it's super powerful. But after using it, it's really hard to fit her into the standard Sith control deck, and she kind of fits awkwardly into it. Like it's like, oh, I can do targeted strike, but you're already killing everything all the time. So it's really interesting for me. And like I was saying earlier, with the protector, who can protect anything committed, I almost feel like she fits better not in Sith control, at least as we know it at the
That'd
moment.
be good.
Obviously, her objective only triggers when you commit a Sith unit, but I can potentially see some really interesting play, not in the typical Vader, Palpatine thing.
I've
seems
been
like
playing her in an
aggro
Imperial
type
deck. I've been playing her in Imperial sort of trooper, sort of vehicle deck.
Sort of weird deck. I mean, I think about weird, anything with high objective damage that you can use Rage on to unfocus, and there's a lot of possibilities
Welcome
here.
to my deck.
Yeah, so I'm really interested to see how she ends up getting used. It's really tough with Palpatine, Vader, Executor, Council of the Sith, Mahdi. Like, that's already a lot of cards you want to run. So it's been really hard to try to fit her in. I think as a one-of, she is great as well. And I'm interested to see how she ends up being used. It's tough. That's a tough deck because there's a lot of stuff going on. But
Right. Well, at least she brings something new to the table. She maybe
Yes.
some new Sith decks.
she's fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Wouldn't
She
mind
is-
seeing some new Sith decks. Am I right?
You're right.
Yeah, am I right?
That is
Am I
an
right?
accurate statement.
All right, next up, we have Victory or Death.
Sweet name.
It is a 5/1.
Sweet art.
Coruscant traded. While its objective is undamaged, players cannot commit non-vehicle units to the Force during the Force phase.
What?
Okay. Yep. Love it.
Seems good.
I ran into this the other day, and I was playing a Jedi deck, and it was hilarious. Because it's a, hey, I'm going to commit, steal balance, keep balance thing, and then it's like turn 1, I can't commit.
Yeah.
So like I have the Wolfman in my discard pile I can't get back. I've got, like it's just the whole thing's about winning the edge battle. It's like, or the force struggle, and I can't. So very, very annoying.
It's also worth noting this is Coruscant traded, so the
Coruscant
defense fleet can protect it.
That's nice.
Which is good. It's good.
It's coming back, baby.
So next up, we get 2 Victory class Star Destroyers. They cost 4, 3 edge icons, Imperial units, 2 black unit damage, 3 health, vehicle, capital ship. This unit gains 2 blast while the balance of the force is with the dark side.
It's fantastic.
I like that card. That's about right where a capital ship needs to be in it.
They're great. I mean, at 4 cost, it's reasonable, even if you don't have reducers out. With the reducers, it's really inexpensive. They can do damage. They're good blockers. They've got 3 edge icons, so they can take the force, actually, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a really strong unit. I'm loving its objective.
Yep.
Next up, we have the political reliability observer. Reability? What's that? English. I tried to say it again like I said it and I couldn't. 2 costs, 1 edge icon, black unit, white tactics, character, 1 health, reaction. After this unit enters play, a target unit you control is committed to or removed from the force.
I like that.
It's cool, especially the longer the cycle goes on, and having stuff committed or not committed is a big deal. Yeah, I think that's strong. It's a solid card, not bad.
That's really nice too, especially like last turn you committed something you didn't necessarily want to commit, just
Like
you
the
could take the
Victory class
force.
Star Destroyer there.
Yeah, just you could take the force, you pop him out, take him off. Now you can focus once. That's really nice.
Yep.
And that tactics. Let's not forget, chuds with tactics icons.
They're
are
the greatest.
amazing.
They're the
Yeah,
greatest.
you can
thing
also
on the
use
planet.
this guy with Mara's objective set.
Yep.
Remove your Sith dude or commit a Sith dude in that moment.
Or commit her when you play her, or
Nice.
yeah. There's a lot of interesting play going on here. All right.
Alright.
Next up, we have the control room. We've seen this
Amazing.
before. 2 costs, 2 resources, location, enhance your play area, limited. Just a 2 for 2. One thing I want to note, it was really funny. It was the first time I realized this the other day when I was playing. I had a 2/2 in my hand and a 1/1, and I did the math, and I'm pretty confident that a 1/1 is better.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you don't think it's like, oh, 2's got to be better, right? But think about it for a second. You pay
Yeah,
1
yeah.
to put 1 in play, and you use the 1 that turn, so you make your money back immediately.
Yeah.
With a 2, if you pay 2 and use 2 to make your money back that turn, next turn you can't use it.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes 2 turns
Yeah, so it's
for
basically
you
the
to
same.
profit.
Huh?
It's basically the same, except for instead of using it every turn, you get to use it every other turn.
Yeah, it's a little less.
They're different.
More bursty.
It is more bursty. On the turns you have the resources, you have a lot. But it was interesting. It was like I picked to play the 1 as my limited instead of the 2, and actually discarded the 2. So, anyways, I thought I'd note that because
There's some math there.
yeah. And finally, we finish with Echoes of the Force. 2 edge icons. You may commit a target unit to or remove a target unit from the Force.
Very cool. Love that fate card.
Yep.
It's one of my favorites so far.
Thoughts on the objective set?
One of my
It
favorites.
seems good.
Yeah, this is a really
Uh,
solid.
It's not like making me go, wow. Wow.
Wow. That needs to be on repeat. Making
But-
me go, wow.
But it is making me go, I would play this card.
Yes, I am distinguished. It feels good. Like it's one of those objective sets that doesn't have that like amazing unit. It just has 2 good units, so it's less shiny, I guess. But it fills in the holes. It's a gap filler.
Yeah, for me, when I when I first saw this objective set, I know last pack with the Jarek objective set with Force Storm, I said Jarek with Star Destroyers could be really good because you don't care about the 2 damage. And I really, after seeing this, want to put the Heart of the Empire, which is the 3 resource. If they destroy it, they win the game. Objective set that has Coruscant Defense Fleet. So you could have 2 of those guys. With Jarek starting Sith for those 2. This is one of your Star Destroyer objective sets. It comes with 2 Star Destroyers and a resource. They don't care about taking the damage as much, and they're great for committing. So that deck is appealing.
Sounds like there's new decks happening. New cards, new decks.
Every day.
What a wonderful thing.
It's almost like that's happening.
Yeah, so
What a
I'm really
wonderful
interested to see
thing.
where this goes. Being Coruscant is actually cool. I like that random weird minor sub theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I played against someone had that with the defense fleet out, and I couldn't commit characters the entire game because they had 5 health of protect before I could put 8 damage on.
Yeah. You don't even try at that point.
No, it's just that. All right, well, you get forced. Thanks.
Shall we, Tim?
Up next, we have the Scum and Villainy objective set in this pack. It is the Findsman's Intuition. It is a 5 health, 1 resource, Narshada traded objective. And it has the text, this objective contributes X force icons to your side during the force struggle. X is the number of captured cards here.
Yeah, so we've seen this one. We previewed this one a while back. But let's see if opinions have changed.
The first card is Zuckus. He's a unique 3-cost, 3 force icon scum unit with 2 health. He is character, bounty hunter, and force sensitive traded. He has a black unit damage and an edge-enabled blast and tactics. He also has the reaction, after this unit is focused to strike, look at the top 3 cards of an opponent's deck. Capture one of those cards and return the other cards to the top of the deck in any order. Limit once per engagement.
I think that's really good, man.
It's still good.
Like when I look at this is literally the same stat line as Yoda, except for he only has 3 edge icon or 3 force icons, like same cost, health, icons, and that ability is so good. It's such an effective way of capturing cards,
and you can pick where they go as well, so you can turn on a lot of things that you couldn't really do before.
A lot of objectives get way better with this guy, and for me, like because it's 3 cards, like you get to pick one out and leave them with 2. So it's hand knowledge, it's capturing, he's striking, he's
striking and tacticing something. It's just a really good card.
I love it.
It's really good. And I
wish
love Zuckus.
I wish I had 1 more health. I'll say that.
It would be fantastic. Up next we have Forlom. He's a unique 2-cost unit. He's a droid and a bounty hunter. He has 2 health. He has a black unit damage and a black blast damage. He has a reaction after a captured card is rescued. Put this unit into play from your discard pile. Up next, we.
I still stay in the same on this guy. I think he's good. Not mind blowing or anything, but
he's there.
He's there. He'll end up in your discard pile, and
if you remember to trigger him, he'll be good.
Yeah.
Don't forget, he's in the bottom of that discard pile.
I think captured cards get rescued so rarely, at least in my experience.
They get rescued when the objective gets destroyed.
Yeah.
Or the one Renegade Squadron dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you have all of your objectives with a captured card, it's like those turns where they blow up all 3 objectives on the same turn are harder because they blow one up, he comes in. Now you have a blocker when maybe you didn't before. So he's solid. And
also, we don't know where this game is going. Like, capturing and rescuing could be super common.
Could be the next cycle.
Like, it could just be, I capture you. I rescue you. I capture you.
I
rescue.
I like him a lot.
I think he's very solid. Up next, we have Containment Field. It is a 0-cost neutral enhancement. It has 1 force icon. It's an item. Enhance an enemy unit. Enhanced unit loses all force icons.
Love it.
Do you put this on Yoda?
I don't know. That dictates the game you want to play, doesn't it? It really has a lot to say.
It can be really big to win a force draw.
Yeah. It could be really good, and it also could be just a completely dead card in your hand.
Yeah. I do know, I don't remember exactly what the card does, but they've already previewed a Scum card that either captures or destroys a unit with less force icons than it matters that they don't have force icons, basically. Right. So,
makes sense.
Just put that out there.
Yeah. Up next, we have Springing the Ambush. It's a 1-cost, 2 force icon Scum event. It's a trap.
Yeah.
Reaction after you win a force struggle, capture a target enemy unit committed to the force. Phenomenal.
Again, it's one of those cards that could be amazing, or it could be like, well, they don't have anything committed.
This card's so good, man.
But it's still great.
This card's good.
It's got 2 force icons, regardless.
To me, 1-cost capture is.
It's really good. I think it's fantastic.
You got to think about it, right? Like, in order for you to really get money out of this card, like to make it really good, you're going to want to capture something that's big, that's committed to the force. If something big is committed to the force, it's going to be hard for you to win the force struggle, unless you have shenanigans. So
like a Containment Field.
Or you can just tactics them.
Yeah.
Right? Scum does not lack for tactics.
Yeah, that's true.
So they have interesting ways of winning edge battles. The possibility that you could capture any unit on the board for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously we have edge cards that can force them to commit certain things.
Yes.
Maybe they have a Han that's already attacked who's focused down. you force them to commit, and you capture them for 1. Like
Shenanigans.
I like all of those things.
best card in the objective set.
And then the last one is Payout.
So good.
Payout. It's an event, 1 cost, 1 force icon. It's a bounty. It's limited. Action: remove 1 focus token from each scum objective you control.
How many times is somebody going to play a 1 resource limited thing and then also try to play Payout? It's going to be a lot. A lot.
I bet you a lot of players will get away with it too.
Very common. But we do know that you get the resource back that you spent if you spend it on a scum thing. So
you basically net 2 is how this works, assuming that you're running objectives. But scum objectives. So I think it's strong. It's almost as good as Sith Holocron. Almost. The interesting part is that you don't have to spend the resources on the same thing, and they don't have to be scum. You just get 2 open resources.
You could also play out your things and only put 1 focus on a two resource objective.
Yep.
And get more back that way.
You would net more. You would just
but you'd have more available.
Access.
Feels like more though.
Yeah, it feels good.
Like more.
Feels right.
It's good mouthfeel.
It's just a good card. It's a really good resource card in my opinion.
Great. Well done. I think it's maybe better than I thought it was at first, to be honest.
I think it's the best objective set they've gotten in a while.
I would agree.
Maybe
with that.
ever.
Maybe ever. That's
Maybe
fair.
ever.
It's a very good.
Hey, we'll get there. Green cards.
Now on to some bad cards.
Speaking of the yellow cards,
surely they get the bad ones.
Let's talk about
time.
Against All Odds. 1 resource, 5 health. Each unit you control gains an objective damage while attacking an opponent who has more cards in hand than you. Did we need this?
Yes.
Oh man.
How many ways of getting more objective damage to yellow cards do we need? Really?
At least 3.
I mean,
apparently.
I think until the point where literally every objective gives them extra objective damage.
We're there almost, right? We have 6 right now that you could run.
We could do 6, yeah. Yeah. This is really great, and let me tell you why. I'm going to run this down for you, because
yes, please. I'm so confused as to why this is good.
It's you attack and a lot of people are like, oh, all your stuff just has extra, but obviously if they can block, they can dump their hand to the edge battle. The awesome part of that is if that's the choice they decide to make, they don't have any other cards in their hand for the other edge battles.
Yeah.
So you should be able to leverage this very, very powerfully.
Yes. Sounds like synergy to me.
Yeah, it is very synergy. Now, imagine if we got cards that would put more cards in your opponent's hand. Surely not in the same objective.
I can't even imagine.
What's next?
Let's go to Dash Vrindar. He's a unique 4-cost, 3-force icon character Smuggler Mercenary. He has a black unit and black tactics icon, which is very nice. He also has 3 health. He's also elite.
Also important.
That's nice. While he's attacking alone, he gains an objective damage, black, mind you, for each card in the defending player's hand.
He's only sort of better than the old Dash.
This guy is insane. I just want to punch something. How good this is.
Paul Walker there.
I mean, okay, so these guys already have ways to bounce units back to your hand, right? So they can do it after an engagement, and I'm bouncing a unit and getting extra objective damage.
Yes, seems good.
If you don't have any blockers, you are in trouble. This is just horrible. Horribly good.
I don't know. Seems okay.
No, this guy is phenomenal.
I think that might
3 health too, and elite.
The other one, you can pay a resource and get a unit damage though.
That is.
You're gonna have to get off that train. Just get off it right now. Negative Nancy.
You're about to get punched, man. You said you wanted to punch.
I need to punch something, and you're right there in the way. This dash is phenomenal for every reason.
I would say this card is absurd. I mean, it's almost jumped the shark for me. This card.
Is that a leap you're willing to take?
I'm willing to go on record saying that maybe if he had no other icons, then okay, I'll take that as balance. But I'm gonna get a tactics and unit damage anyway, and then you're gonna have to discard your whole hand to not lose an objective. Don't know about it, man.
All right. Next.
Well, let's go to the Shifty Lookout. Things can't get any better, right? Shifty Lookout, 1 cost. We got a 1-force icon. He's beautiful. Is that a Twi'lek? That is Twi'lek, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's the coolest looking Twi'lek I've ever seen.
It's a pretty sweet looking Twi'lek.
Black unit damage. Character, when it's ready, each opponent is considered to have 1 additional card in his hand.
No way.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hold on, I gotta talk about this card. This card's crazy.
It's really good.
Let's just hope you have a force choke, because if not, you're in trouble. Or that they don't have Wookiees with protect.
Like you can't even if I dump my hand to the edge battle and you dump your hand to the edge battle,
You still have more than me.
I still get a nice 1 objective damage.
Potentially,
and
the
a 1
worst
for against
part
the odds
of this card
It is the worst part of this card.
is that, you dropped your reserve. You have an extra card in your hand.
Yeah.
So this is effectively lowering their hand count.
Yep.
I had a game the other day where I had 2 of these out, and it was crazy.
Oh no, that shouldn't happen.
It
you only have
shouldn't.
2 in the deck.
It's true, but I have.
It's also combined also combines well with the freeholders.
Yes, very much
So
with
you
freeholders.
play this
They have an
guy,
extra card.
and they have an extra card in their hand. Freeholders.
All right,
freeholders.
surely that's where it ends.
There's just no reason to
That's where it
splash
ends.
out of smugglers. Like, right? Why would you ever play
We'll get to that in a
anything but
minute.
all of the yellows?
Yeah, it's the thing.
We have 2 copies of Holding All the Cards. It's a gamble event. Each player draws 2 cards.
Heaven forbid you attack with someone and then they dump all their cards to the edge battle.
And then you just make them draw 2.
And they focus their last 2 and they're like, it's okay. He doesn't have any
It's okay.
objective damage.
It's okay.
Draw 2, dash both up.
I
for
mean,
objective.
this card, even without dash or the objective, I drew this the other day. It didn't have dash or the objective out, but I could just draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah, you can have cards, but I get cards too, and I can actually play them this turn.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to discard down at the end of it.
And heaven forbid that you have the Shifty Lookout out as well, and then you also play I played 2 of these in one turn the other day, and it's like you have 5 extra cards on top of what they already had.
Yeah.
And it's just like whenever you there aren't enough bad cards in there for you to discard down to
It's so much control, man. It's crazy.
It's
so
super
good.
strong, and being able to play that after the edge battle, forcing them to have cards in their hand.
I wish this had said your opponent draws 2 cards. Like, at least give me some balance there. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
all right, and finish it off with a target of opportunity. Okay.
All right, let's talk for a second, boys. Let's
I don't
talk
think
about
talking is what we're going to be doing, actually.
this.
now is the rant.
Now is the rant.
When I first saw this objective set, I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was like mind-blowingly fantastic. Then I used it.
Mm-hmm.
It is mind-blowingly fantastic. It's so good every time. And
Starting to whistle there.
so good. Oh man, I can't talk enough about this objective set.
What is going on here?
Pure Smuggler deck is a real deck. A pure non-vehically based Smuggler deck.
Vehically.
Is, is good.
You got Dash, you got Lando, you got the Falcon,
You got Chewie, you got Han.
you got Sleuths, you got Blockade Runners,
Yeah.
you got the Bounty Swindled, you got...
The deck I initially ran was 2 Luke, 2 Han, 2 Falcon, 2 Chewie, and 2 Dash. After I used it, potentially dropping Luke for the freeholders.
Nice.
Because it's just too easy to get them with
That's my deck.
so many cards in their hand. And it's really strong.
I played a freeholder for 1.
Yeah.
2 turns in a row.
Ah, man.
That's a very powerful objective set.
Scares me, man. It scares me.
At least you can damage the objective.
Also worth noting that the event.
No, it's
you
not a
can't
damage
it and
objective.
Turn it off. What are you, crazy?
Also worth noting that the draw 2 cards is just a reduced 2 for the Aquarius freeholders.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And you get 2 more cards.
And the odds of you seeing more freeholders is crazy.
Well, you know.
It's just like there's no good way to play against this ever. You always make the wrong choice. There's not a right choice to make.
Yeah.
It's like you're constantly given this decision. It's like, well, yeah, we have Sleuth Scouts, but you can block them with 2-cost units that you can then bounce, so it's unopposed. And it's like, oh no, but you can chuck cards to the edge battle. And it's like, no, but we have an answer for that too. If you try to, it's like all the built-in downsides are counterable by the faction that has those built-in downsides.
No, not even the
It
faction.
doesn't make
the
any
objective
sense.
set.
It makes no sense to me.
The
I don't
objective
know.
set has the answer.
I'm just a country
dude.
boy.
Yeah, it's really strong. I think going into regional season, this is like Pure Smuggler is a deck. It already without any more cards, it is a real 100% can
I'm
win
gonna run
games
it to
deck.
make a point.
Oh, I'm gonna if it wins, I'm running it. Don't get me wrong here.
Mark my words.
Well, let's at least check out the Rebels and see what they have to offer. They got a 5/1 Commando Operations indoor. While this objective is undamaged, enemy fate card effects do not resolve. Force icons on these still count towards the edge battle.
That's fair.
Is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Can't twist, can't heat.
Too bad it's
can't
got this
target.
undamaged thing. Do you notice that there's something missing while I go back here? This one, the Imperial one, is while it's undamaged, but the
Mara one's-
Smuggler one,
The Mayor's was undamaged.
and but the yellow one isn't. Why is that?
The
It drives me crazy. It's supposed to be
the Rebel, the Sith, and the Imperial
everything
Navy
is
are
the
all...
undamaged thing, but then
It's probably because
If-
smugglers needed just a little bit of help.
If Scum had said, while I was undamaged, I would just flip the table.
yeah, we can't get started.
It can't get worse.
It'll be too much.
Anyways, that's really powerful. Not being able to twist, knowing your opponent can't twist, knowing they can't heat.
That helps the rebels out a lot.
Yeah, and that's really good on turn 1. Like that, if you flop this, they can't attack. This is just
It's really nice.
it could be really good.
Just target Robert to...
Yeah, not having to worry about heat of battle sometimes even is really refreshing.
Yeah, it's very important. So next up, we get a unique 4-cost rebel unit, General Crix Medine. 3 edge icons, 3 health, 3 resources, black unit, black blast, edge enabled tactics, character, leader, reaction. After a fate card is revealed in an edge stack, remove 1 focus token from this unit.
That seems fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's your edge cards, it's theirs. Obviously, if your objective's out and clicking, they might not be playing edge cards, but they also may want to pitch edge cards because they're not doing anything for them. So that could be really strong. If you load your deck up with edge cards, he has a lot of resources really fast. And
Yeah.
the other day I was playing, and like they would attack with this guy just to attack with someone else, drop an edge card, he unfocuses,
Yeah, attack again.
have the resource open to either attack again or have 3 resources
Rebel
open.
assault. Yeah, there's no. This is nice. This is a really key. This is a cool utility unit for the rebels.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
He's very, very interesting. Then we get 2 rebel commandos, 3-cost neutral unit, 1 edge icon, 2 health, black unit, black blast, edge enabled unit, character trooper reaction. After an enemy fate card resolves, put this unit into play from your hand as a participating unit on your side.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. It's kind of weird. It's a little interesting to me, really, the way that this is all working together. It's not quite as obvious as the smugglers or the smugglers are. But it's like, so they can't play, they really don't want to play fate cards, but they might anyway, just to get them out of their hand. But when they do, they unfocus this guy. But again, they kind of don't want to, because they know you probably have Rebel Commandos in your hand. So do they ever play, maybe they just hold fate cards against this objective, you know?
The thing is, I don't think you can, though. It's a lose, like that's a losing game, because it's like you're just gonna hold on to a twist, like.
Yeah. Chuck it at the draw phase, maybe. I don't know. Certainly not worth getting a Rebel Commando in there for free. I would think not. Anyway.
Very interesting cards. These are all like interesting. Like the Smuggler is just like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah,
this is
these are like
this could really terrifyingly make you lose. Next up, we have a 0-cost Rebel event, adaptive strategy, 1 edge icon. It's a tactic reaction. After a fate card effect resolves, resolve that effect again as if that were in your edge stack.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
You can do that for your own fate cards as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
2
cool.
targets, 2 echoes, 2 heats, like
2 seeds.
2 seeds.
2 seeds.
Speaking of
seeds, we finished the objective set with Seeds of Decay. 2 edge icons. You may place 1 focus token on a target ready unit that is committed to the Force.
Okay, I'm liking it. I like
is-
this. No, it's a weird objective set, though. We have to be honest with ourselves. This is a weird objective set. It's not like you slot this into my deck.
I mean, it is weird, but to me it fits really well into the Rebel characters deck. They have a lot of Twist of Fates, a lot of like just edge cards in general, and they kind of have a really weird style of play. Whether it's Princess Leia or Admiral Akbar, they have weird things they do, and this is just more weird. And I feel like it's the kind of deck that's really going to reward a player who has used it a lot.
Yeah. And for people who haven't played against it. So, like, you bring this to, like, a Worlds or a Nationals, and it's like, what is all this moving parts going on? And then all of a sudden,
It's
lost.
super easy to be like, oh, you have Vader on the table. If you have a Force choke, you can kill my guy. This is like
1+1.
oh,
is 2.
playing my heat of battle is going to cost me the game, and I don't know
What's
it.
the derivative
Yeah.
again?
So taking things that are inherently good for the other player to do and kind of penalizing them for doing so is really cool.
All right, cool. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I wish this objective were different, honestly. I really do, because like I feel like every one of these cards, well, at least the 4 main cards, are wanting to encourage your opponent to play a fate card. And then the objective is saying don't play a fake card, basically. Or you're not really capable of getting anything out of this fake card. And especially because this one is fake card effect resolves, and this one says they don't resolve. So I feel like it's not quite as synergistic as it should be.
Well, I almost feel like it's a balancing mechanism, because to shut off edge cards is an enormous advantage.
It's big, yeah.
So, in a sense, it's like, well, if this objective is undamaged, you're not getting edge cards.
Yeah.
If it is damaged and you decide to use edge cards, then I'm getting benefit from it. So it's, instead of being just super good one direction, it's kind of like
kind of good both.
Just you're fine either direction, and the general he triggers off your edge cards as well. So.
Yeah, which I like that, and this may be one of those that I don't want to show my opponent. Honestly, it's like I don't want you to know that I have 4 Rebel Commandos in my deck. I want you to play that fake card and then boom, boom.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are decks that will abuse this, like, and try to run a lot, but like both two objective sets and really go after it. I think it's also a fantastic one-of, where, like, it really doesn't even have to be in a Rebel deck, honestly. The only Rebel card in there is the General.
Yeah.
The other guys can pop in no matter what deck this is in. So it could be really funny to run a Smuggler deck with one of these in it, and just all of a sudden these guys pop in off of an edge card that you weren't expecting. So, I don't know. It's super interesting.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. All right, so general thoughts. Let's hit it.
Mirror objective set's really good. I think it's going to actually force people into a different style of Sith play.
Great.
Imperial objective set is also good. I'm curious to see if that can be used very well. Scum finally got an objective set, which is cool. Smugglers, again, got just a silly objective set.
Yeah.
And the Rebels get weirder with time. So, overall, Lure of the Dark Side is really great. I think it's a great pack.
Great rundown of it.
That's my thoughts on the pack. I think it was a great addition. Super excited to be getting cards again, and regionals are coming up. Lots more packs coming, lots more cards.
I will say, if this pack did anything, it didn't necessarily bring, like, overwhelming, oh my gosh, all of these cards are amazing. But it brought a lot of decisions and different ways to build certain things, and I really like that. Like now with Smugglers, you have to decide if you're going to run this great objective set or
this
the other
great objective set.
It's really a tough choice. But Rebels, it got really weird, I feel, with this one. And Sith is a new way to play. I agree with that. Yeah, I think this is solid.
Yeah,
solid pack.
and I think just seeing the 2 packs from the cycle so far, each of, like, a lot of objective sets in the first pack are getting better because of these cards.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for this card pool to expand, and I think there are going to be some interesting decks that actually do really well.
All right, that's good news.
Control of vehicles.
Well, thank you guys for joining us for our little roundtable here for Lure of the Dark Side. We do appreciate it always, and if you have anything to share, feel free to leave a comment if you'd like. And if you want the pack itself, we do have that on our store. tcommando.com/store is where you'll find that. And even better, if you're a Force Pack subscriber, then it has already been sent to you, and you're happy. So if you want to join the legion of happy Star Wars players, consider a subscription. It helps us out, and it gives us a chance to help you out. So thanks a lot, and we'll catch you. God, I was thinking about a Lure of the Dark Side joke. That whole time I was saying that, and I could not think of it. Does anyone have one, Lure of the Dark Side? Beware of the Lure of the Dark Side. We'll see you next time.